have been traveling for 6 months now all throughout Europe, and you're looking at everything that we own.
Hey, let's show everybody all our bits.
Okay.
Like
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
My bits.
I don't like it.
All our bits.
Our bits.
Ooh, okay, a little bit less claustrophobic than all our stuff.
Look at all this room for my
Hang on.
arms.
For those of you who watched our first packing video, we've been very excited to do an update for you. This is that update. Did those 246 things pan out? Did we buy a whole new set of 246 things? No, we did not.
No, we did not. What do we regret bringing? What do we use the most? What do we think are the must-haves when packing for a year of full-time travel? We're gonna answer it all in this video.
Before we get inside these bags, let's talk about what the bags are themselves. This is the Away Bigger Carry-On Flex. This came out just before we left, and it has this flexible zipper that lets you get a bit more room, which we 100% needed, and are so glad we switched out our bags at the last minute.
I also have the Away Bigger Carry-On Flex. It's just in a different color.
My second bag is the Peak Design Travel Backpack, 45 liters, in black. It looks good.
And yet again, I too have the Peak Design bag, just in a prettier color. And I just have to say, I am in love with this backpack. I think it is worth every single penny. It's so well made, so well thought out, and just everything you could possibly need in a travel backpack.
My third bag is this little guy. This is the Minaal Daily Bag. I've actually had this bag since their first iteration. It can be held as a messenger bag. You can hide the straps. It is a wonderful little backpack. My laptop is actually in here too. That's how great this backpack is.
Now I know what you're thinking. Minaal bag, same, different color, but you'd be wrong. I have my own fancy backpack. It is the Topo Designs Daypack in black canvas. And I picked it specifically because it packs down extremely flat if I take everything out of it, but it's still big enough to carry my laptop and an iPad and some other bits and bobs, and yeah, I just love it.
Before we get into the bags, let's address the controversy from our first packing video.
We have decided to go completely carry-on only, and each of us are taking a roller bag and then also a travel backpack.
We were gonna try and go carry-on only this entire year. That has gone out the window.
Goodbye. We are now a 3-bag each family, and we're happy about it. So here's the thing. Once we started traveling, we just realized it wasn't worth the stress of trying to cram everything into just the 2 bags. We still do not regret taking the carry-on size of the Away suitcases. I like the size for each of us, but now we just check that bag, we carry on our backpack and our day pack, and that works for us.
Enough preamble. Let's get into these bags.
Who's ready to get into this suitcase? All right, let's start out on this side of the Away suitcase, the one that is not the zipper side. First of all, very important, you need to utilize the space in between here, and this is why we got the Flex carry-on, because I could just stack things in between the sandwich, and it really helps out. So first things first, I have my leather jacket that I just like squeeze in between here. I got a lot of about my jacket selection in the first packing video. I will have you know I have used every single jacket. I love my jacket selection, and you can't convince me otherwise. We also have a Turkish towel, which has really come in handy as a blanket, a wrap, a towel, a scarf. Very versatile. Those are my sandwich items. Now let me unbuckle my compression side. Quick note about this, inside the zipper pouch here, I don't really keep anything except for a couple of masks and so-called booty bands. Those are resistance bands for workouts. That is the one item that I have used one time, but I refuse to take it out because I might use it. Anyway, when we go to the gym, I just use the gym equipment, and when we don't have gym access, I don't work out. That's just how it is. Again, more sandwiched items. I have this nice linen dress. I don't pack it in a cube because it does get less wrinkly if I fold it up in this way. Still does get wrinkly and I have to iron it, but I love this dress and it's good for many occasions and feeling fancy. So that's why we have it.
You're so fancy, babe.
I'm so fancy. Put up a photo of me in that fancy dress, okay? Dear editor. And we have another jacket. And like I said, I don't want to hear about it. And this is my little blazer that I wear all the time as well. And it can fit in a cube, but for this particular packing occasion, I just put it right on top. Now we get to the well-organized section, and I just love packing cubes so much. So let's start with, I have 4 of these packing cubes. They're one of my favorite things that I packed. I keep different things in each cube. This one has all of my hair accessories. So headbands, head scarves, all of that. And I won't show you all of them, but they just fit nicely in this little cube. I'm not gonna go through all of my underwear and things like that, but I brought, in case you're wondering, 5 thongs, 5 non-thongs, a couple of basically wireless bras, which I use a ton, and 1 bathing suit, like bikini with 2 tops. Oh, as well as 3 pairs of wool socks, 3 pairs of Under Armour workout socks. Let's get into the warm clothing. So this is like summertime clothing, in case you're curious what's in here. Everything packs down so nicely. Okay, so we have basically just one little red t-shirt with a cute puff sleeve. We have one more ruffly blouse that's got like a 3/4 sleeve. And I'm a tank girl, so I have like a bunch of different colored tanks. So I have a pink tank top, a white tank top, these are the same. Two very just like loose tank tops. So this one's blue and this one's more of a teal color. Then we have, we'll switch it up. We have more of like a knit tank, which is great. And you'll notice that my kind of capsule strategy is to go with either bright colors or black and white. So everything kind of like mixes and matches. And then as far as patterns go, either it's like a polka dot-ish pattern or it's a stripe. And so I just keep it really simple that way, and everything more or less mixes and matches. So for my shorts, I have this striped pair of linen shorts, denim shorts, and then a new addition, these army green chino shorts. And that is something I will mention. I started off with a certain array of clothing, and then as the seasons change and as we go to different countries, I will basically do like a one in, one out. So I'll pick up something new and then something old will just basically get donated wherever we are. My wardrobe is probably, I would say 50% the same as everything we started with, and then 50% new things we picked up along the way, and that's just due to the changing weather. So didn't have anything for warm weather, and we're now getting into summer, and we're gonna have some more hot locations. So I know, yeah, that's right, a hot location. So I needed to pick up some things that were for warmer weather, and then finally just this black and white skirt that pairs with all of those tanks. And those are my warm clothes. Now let's get into sweaters and dresses. This is why I love packing cubes, because the amount of things I can fit in this and just zip it down. All right. This little saucy number I picked up in Greece, and it's just basically like a cover-up slash, I could wear it to like a dinner if I wanted to, but it's like a little bit thin, but for resort wear, it's totally fine. This is just a short dress that's very stretchy, which I love, in that color that I'm always drawn to. Another little flowy blue dress, so again, stripes. And then the same, this one is more of like a cute little collared button-down dress in this green stripe, and that felt very French. I picked that up in France. And then I have this sort of gauzy white button-down, which can pair with everything and can also be used as sort of a light jacket, and that's great. And then two sweaters, this thicker green sweater that I picked up in Ireland, and then this one, which is technically a stripe, but also a bright color, and it's pretty fun as well. And then finally, I have this black dress that can be dressed up or down. It's really cute. It's this like crepe that it doesn't matter if it's wrinkled, and it has a little ruffle sleeve, so it looks like cute and fashionable, but also simple enough to pair with anything. And that is it for the sweaters and dresses cube. And the last thing on this side is simply this pair of nice sandals as well. That is the compression side. Now let's get to the zipper side. So over here, it's always a good sign if I can actually zip it up. I'm not gonna mention names, but somebody else can't zip theirs. So this is what we have over here. We have my little hair wrap, which is just a way to tie up my hair after I take a shower and let it air dry. Bra just like doesn't fit in anything. The one tip I will say is get a bra that is a strapless bra, but that also has removable straps that is comfortable both as a strapped bra, but as a strapless as well. This is a collapsible tote, of which we have 100, and all of them are worth it because we use them for everything. This is just me not wanting to be wasteful. I picked up these little cotton swabs in one of our first countries to do all of my makeup removing and everything, and I just didn't have the heart to basically toss them aside. So they're just malleable, so I just shoved them in there, and this is how many I've gone through. All right, this is my shoe side. So you saw the sandals over here, but we also have 3 pairs of shoes right here. So this pair, which I just shove into the side here, is a pair of Birkenstock sandals, which I love. And you might say, why 2 sandals? But again, this is for like, I'm dressing up, I'm going to dinner, and this is for, I'm just walking around and seeing a city. To me, they're a different vibe. I probably could live with one, but there's a theme throughout, which is I don't want to live with one, so I have 2. These are my Kizik's. So this is another thing that we picked out before travel, and it has proven to be worth it. Jason and I both got these shoes. This is not sponsored, but they are advertised as shoes that you don't have to lace up. You can just slip your heels in, and they work phenomenally, and they're great for both going to the gym and working out, but also like If you're doing maybe like a longer walk around a city or a food tour day or something like that, I'll wear these because they're just that comfortable. And they're all black and they don't look so like I'm a tourist, you know? And then finally, I love these shoes. I'll show you because they are Rothy's and they just like fold up. If I'm in a little bit of a colder place where sandals feels inappropriate, but I don't need something with too much support and we're going out to dinner, that's where I'll wear these. Just little things that make you feel fashionable when you only have like 200 items in your entire arsenal that you own. Okay, speaking of luxury items, I will say this right here is my Dyson Airwrap. I got this little soft case that fits all of the bits in it, so it's not the big case. And it fits nicely in here. And I understand that it takes up basically like a third of this side of the suitcase, but it is so worth it to me because it just feels like a lot of times when you're traveling on the road, you don't have all of your normal beauty routine things. And so you can end up feeling like a little bit grungy, a little bit like not well taken care of, but at least I have one thing that feels like it takes care of my hair and it gives me a way that I like to wear my hair, and that's worth it to me. So that's that. This is my silly little pencil pouch, actually. It's like a kid's pencil pouch, but I keep all of my vitamins in here. I won't show you too much, but I have these individual pill packets with all of my vitamins, and we just restock every 2 months, and then I portion them all out by day, and I keep one in this pencil pouch and then another pencil pouch that's kind of my backup, if that makes sense. So it fits nicely in the corner there, right next to my final packing cube, which is all of my workout, pajamas, and like athleisure, I would say, is what this cube is all about. So this jacket I bought about 5 years ago, and it's one of the best investments I've made. It's just like a simple athleisure jacket, but it has zipper pockets, and it's just great for going to the gym if I don't know how cold it's gonna be, or going on a hike. You can keep things in the pockets. Fantastic. Love this jacket. And then as far as workout things go, when we do have access to a gym, we do try to work out almost every day. So it was important to me to have at least a couple of each thing. So I have 2 workout tanks. I have 2 pairs of leggings, 2 pairs of shorts, and 2 workout bras, basically. So that's all of that. And that, my friends, is my away suitcase. The last thing I'll say about my clothing is that I am wearing my travel outfit that I wear every single day that we have a travel day. So that means when we're getting on a plane or we're getting on a train, anytime I'm packing my suitcase, I'm wearing this outfit, and it's because these are my bulkiest items and it just gives me more space in my suitcase to be wearing them on my body. So I have this heavy cardigan that I picked up in Ireland when our Airbnb host was wearing it, and I was like, I need that cardigan. It's like literally my favorite thing in my wardrobe, and it makes me happy. So this heavy cardigan, just a regular tank top, my black denim jeans from Madewell, which are a little bit bulky, and then the big one are these boots. And I got these from Target before we left. Obviously, these would take up quite a bit of space in my suitcase, so I just wear them for travel days and I'm good to go.
I love your boots.
Thanks.
Hi there, welcome to my away bag. Let's get into this thing. Now, I just want to mention that I am the much more organized of the two of us in real life. In real life, I guess in non-travel packing life, but my bag is packed like a maniac. Just someone who just throws all their stuff in there, which is very not like me, but it works. Case in point is this zipper. Normal me, pre-travel me, I would have made sure this zipper was closed every single time we travel. Now I'm just like, if it gets around the corners, it's good enough, because you know what? It holds everything in there. So let's go ahead and start on this side and see what's in here. Last time we did a packing video, I showed my shoes in here. There were no shoe bags. That was a thing that we had on order but hadn't arrived yet. We have loved shoe bags. So these also come out in a particular order because I have gigantic feet, if you didn't watch the first packing video.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. These are my flip-flops. This is a packing or a shoe bag that I got from a bag I bought many, many years ago. And for some reason, I think because the bag was so expensive, I was like, I'm keeping something from that bag. And so I kept the shoe bags for my flip-flops. These are my dressier shoes, and I use our workout bands, much like Caroline's booty bands. We've used these like one time. Inside here, these are the Kizik's. These are my nicer shoes. Really love these shoes. Can't say enough good things about Kizik's. They're just really great, and they come in size 15, which technically I'm a size 16, but I can fit into a 15 of these. They're fantastic. There was a great boot saga when we first started this travel planning, where I had to try on a bunch of different boots, find a pair that would fit, because again, gigantic feet, boots take up the most room. You can see these are boots. They pack down really, really light. These are the Feel Grounds boots, another non-used workout band. And then the shoe bag holds these guys just nicely in here. And look how flat they pack down. These do such a good job. I'm so impressed by these. And yes, I'm touching the bottom of my shoes while I'm showing you this. It's fine. I'll wash my hands at some point, or I won't. You won't ever know. But these are my boots. I really like them. They've done a great job. Been hiking in Ireland, in Scotland here. They're pretty much waterproof, haven't had any troubles at all. Really like these boots. Two more items on this side of the bag. This is one of my many packing cubes as well, although I don't have that many for clothing, which we'll get to in a moment. This is the electronics cube. And so this one has all of our recording stuff for both video recording things like the microphones we're wearing now, which is just a little wireless goes from Rode, which don't take up much space. But then we also have our podcasting microphones, which we have 2 of these. This is the cord. This is a little dead cat for another backup mic we have just in case other ones break.
Excuse me, that's called a dead cat.
It's called a dead cat, yeah. Yeah, we can call it the fluff monster.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's what it's called. I've used this once. This is, yes, it is what you think it is. It is an Ethernet cable with an adapter to a USB-C. Sometimes the internet is just terrible and the Wi-Fi is awful in an Airbnb, and if you can plug into the router, you get a little bit better speed. So this has come in handy. We have a little Bluetooth speaker in here, which honestly didn't get unpacked for like the first 3 months, and then I think when we went to Greece, we're like, hey, let's listen to some music. We have a Bluetooth speaker. And then I actually have, this is, all of you audio nerds are the only people who are gonna care about this. These are the little stickies that are how the mics are currently stuck to us. This is what plugs into the little lab mic that's under my shirt. Yeah, that's where it sits. I bought a pack of 100, so I don't think I'm gonna run out anytime soon. And then I have some backup stickies. You don't care about those things. No one cares about those things except for me. This is our Zoom H6 recording device. So this is what's used for the podcast. And then I have power in case I want to plug it into our laptop. This was a fan favorite in our last packing video. This is Hansky. His name is Hansky. So he just holds our SD cards. Extra batteries on both sides. We have the last item that's in here, and that is this. This is a standing desk. I mean, not like you know it, but it is a little travel standing desk. You can fold it up so that it works. Let's see if I can do this while we're filming here.
You need like a PhD to work.
There it is. Boom, nailed it. So it's just this standing desk that has this really cool collapsible design. And I was kind of not sure we would use it when we were traveling, but because it fit perfectly in this bag and takes up literally no space and it weighs nothing. Now let's get into the other side of the bag. So we'll slide this over. These clips are so satisfying. In the middle here, this basically became the COVID compartment of our bag when we first started traveling. We had a bunch of tests in here. There's still a bunch of masks in here. This is where a couple workout bands are, and then I think a couple replacement filters for our Brita water bottles. I'm the one who keeps those, which I think we're down to like our last 2, so we're gonna have to get some more of those. But we flip that over, and now we get into just the utter mayhem of all of my stuff. Now, normally in this would also be my tripod, but that's being filmed for this overhead shot right here. So that would actually be in the bottom here. And a couple other things like the tripod that's holding my phone, which is a switch pod, that would also be living in here, but we have a really, this travel setup, I'm using everything I have. The other thing that's in here is the Roost laptop stand, and this thing has been fantastic. I love this to get things up so I can kind of stretch my back out. So I really love this thing. Also, it packs down to almost nothing. Big fan of the Roost travel stand. How about some clothing? Like Caroline said, sometimes when you're packing up, as you've been traveling for a while, it's not like all the shirts go together. It's you're about to leave and you realize, oops, I forgot a shirt. This is my Rust shirt from Ugmonk. So this one has done me well, and I've been wearing it the entire trip. Next up is my blue bomber jacket, which I've been really happy with. We'll go on like little shopping adventures to see if I want to replace some things. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll replace the blue bomber jacket, but nothing really excites me or I think is as versatile as this little jacket. So I'm just happy to keep bringing it along, plus it packs so flat. This is the dad hat. Yep. I am officially a dad hat wearer. Many of you, when we did our first video, were asking that neither of us have hats, and it's just because we don't wear hats very often. But I picked this one up in Greece because obviously I should be wearing a hat more often. And then we like to joke when I don't want to be, well, I'm still a dad, but I'm like, oh, anybody want to play any one-on-one? Like play a little basketball? I turn around backwards. And then I see other older guys wearing a hat backwards, and I'm like, You wanna play a game, one-on-one? Nobody's ever done that, but that's my dad hat. All right, continuing on. This was actually the outfit I was wearing this morning. It was one of the last things to get packed. It is a pair of workout shorts from Lululemon, and then I also replaced my 2 black Lululemon shirts that I talked about in the first packing video. Those I basically wore through completely in 5 months. So this is a new one. This is their basic tee, which can also be a workout shirt. These don't match perfectly, but again, I'm mostly just wearing it around the house or the gym, so who really cares? The Shacket. Love this thing. This is definitely probably my most versatile piece of clothing that I have because I can wear it just as a jacket buttoned up. I can wear it over top of something. I can sling it over my shoulder and I just look like a cool dad, you know, because I'll have my dad hat on and I just want to be a cool dad and I think this is cool. It's not cool, I know it's not, but it's a Shacket and I like it. Next up is this white linen shirt that I picked up for our time in Greece. Truthfully, I didn't wear it as often as I thought I would, mostly just because it was getting hotter and wearing a long sleeve shirt would just be too sweaty. But I'm glad to have it because on nights where we want to dress up and go out, I can wear this and Caroline can wear one of her 367 jackets and I can look as good as she does. All right, next up, these are actually brand new items to my wardrobe. So exciting, I know you're so excited. These are 2 shirts from Marks & Spencer's here in Scotland, and I really like the fit of these. Got it in pink and in blue because I just like the 2 colors. Also picked up at Marks & Spencer's was this cardigan, not a cardigan, just a sweater, a blue sweater, very, very soft. It actually replaced, I had a charcoal sweater that again started to get really pilly and it was just wearing through. So this is a replacement, super soft, really like it. I think I've said soft too many times, but it is very soft. So I just want you to know how soft this soft sweater is because it's soft and I like it because it feels soft when I wear it softly because it's so soft. And then I have another shirt from Ugg Monk. As I told you when we first did our packing video, I picked up a couple of these. So just really like these shirts. Jeff makes high quality stuff, have it in blue, have it in rust, and then I wore through the gray one and the white one early on, had to get rid of. This is another Lululemon workout shirt. This is a blue long sleeve, which looks almost exactly like that blue short sleeve, but this one's actually from a company called Up West. This is one item I wish I would have bought 3 of these before we left. And so that's just a tip for you when you're about to go on a full-time travel trip or a longer travel trip. If you have a favorite item of clothing that you just know you love wearing and that looks good on you, buy like 3 of them because you're gonna want to have more, and in different colors is what I would recommend. I wish I would have bought this in 3 colors because I wear this one and I wish I had more colors of it. Well, let's keep going. These are my new shorts. I don't consider these dad shorts. The shorts that I'm wearing are my dad shorts, so I didn't want to show those to you. I wanted to show you. It is the elastic, thank you. I wasn't gonna tell anybody that I had an elastic band shorts on, but then you told them I was gonna be a cool dad who wears belts and things, but now I'm not. I'm just a dad who wears khaki shorts. It's fine. I have one nice shirt, and this shirt, exactly like I said when we did our first packing video, has been the wear it out to a nice restaurant. Even though it's a short sleeve button-up shirt, I typically wear the bomber jacket with it or the shacket, and no one can tell that it has shorter sleeves. Also, let's just all wear shorter sleeves. It's more comfortable, and I really like that. Keeping going on in here, 2 pairs of pants. This was an original pair that came with from the beginning. The other light green pair was a pair I'd had for years. I've actually had this one for about the same amount of time, but I wore these less, so they lasted longer. The other ones had to be replaced, and I decided I wanted to go a little bit of a gray moment in my pants, so we actually picked these up from Zara, which I really like.
Tell me more about the gray moment in your pants.
Oh, I can't because I have to tell you about this gray moment in my pants. These are my all-weather pants. These are my waterproof pants. And these don't get worn a ton, but it's kind of one of those things that you just have to have in your bag as a full-time traveler, because what you don't want to do is go, let's go on this excursion, and then it's raining, and then you don't really have the proper attire, and you can't do it, or you have to scramble to buy something. So I just have these waterproof pants. I'm so glad I have them. These are my warm leggings. I wasn't sure I was going to bring these at the very beginning of the trip, but I'm so glad that we did, because when we were in Ireland, absolutely needed them when it was winter. You might also notice there's not a single item of merino wool, which I know is the thing you're supposed to always have in your wardrobe. I had 2 pieces of merino wool. I just didn't like wearing them. They were itchy, they weren't comfortable. I even bought like higher end. I didn't like it. So for all of you who are wondering like, do I have to buy merino wool? No, you don't. You can just continue to buy new clothes as you need them. My bathing suit, which has been great, really loved it, perfect, simple bathing suit. The dirty laundry bag, I keep mine in this suitcase because that's where it belongs. Caroline puts it in her other bag, which is incorrect, but that's all right. I have my gloves. I use these a ton in Ireland. I may not use them again, but they take up literally no space, so I'm happy to pack them. I have my one belt, just have one simple belt. And the item that really got some love early on in our trip, but really has not since we've been going on, is the crossbody bag. You can call it another name if you want, but I like to call it a crossbody bag. It's been in here since February. I haven't worn it since then, but it does keep a couple items. So we have some travel clotheslines. These have come in really handy when there hasn't been a dryer, which is just a drying rack here in Europe. Some places have dryers. And then I have a lacrosse ball for massaging out parts of my body that get sore. And the last thing that I'll mention in this bag, I'm not gonna tell you where it is because I don't want you to steal it, not that you can, is an Apple AirTag, is in all 4 of our travel bags. So the small backpacks don't have them because we always have those with us. But because these get checked, we have Apple AirTags tucked in a secret spot. We also have them in our travel backpacks. So when we're flying, we can check and see, like, has our bag left the plane? Has our bag made it to this country? Is our bag just somewhere else in the world? We know, and we can keep our bags with us.
Now let me take you on a tour of my Peak Design travel backpack. So let's start with the outside and then we'll work our way in. So on the sides here, what I love are these holders for water bottles. So this is our filtered water bottle. We replace the filter once a month about. It has a charcoal filter so that you can use sink water from anywhere and you have clean drinking water out of this. And then on this side, here's a tip we got from one of our WAIM, our Wandering Aimfully members. That's our business coaching program. They gave us a little tip, which is keep a collapsible tote on the outside of your backpack, because when you go through security in the airport, a lot of times our bags get pulled aside, they take everything out, and then you're left there in a queue and you're feeling all the pressure, and all you have to do is just put everything in this collapsible tote, take it aside, and then you can reassemble not in the queue, which is very helpful. There's a little pocket right here in the front that I usually stick my passport, my vaccine card, things that are easy for me to grab at the airport when we need to go through security. And then let's open this front zipper up and show you what we keep in there. In here, I love how deep this zipper is, by the way. It just like folds right down. In here, I keep 2 journals. So this is just one of my daily to-do lists when I like to write things down or ideas for work stuff. And then this is more of my journal. I like to journal in the mornings to just like get my emotions out and all of that. And that's what this journal is for. I have a power block that we use quite a bit when we go to coffee shops and do work and things like that, as well as another one of my handy little cubes that has all of my cords. I won't take you through each one, but cords, adapters, wall power bricks, things like that. Very important is the universal adapter for both the UK and the rest of Europe. We have a backup pair of glasses. I have a very specific prescription and an eye condition, so I ordered an extra pair just in case my regular pair breaks while we're on the road. Thankfully, I have not had to use those yet, but I do have them. As well as a deck of playing cards, because we love to play games, my Kindle, and then my sleep mask, which is also very crucial, especially in these European countries where it's summertime and it stays light until like 10:30 at night. So that is my front zipper pouch. Now on to the main compartment of the backpack. If I could just get a zipper assistant over here. Yeah, thank you. Okay, great. And let's fold this back. Again, the deep zippers are amazing. So right here on top, I utilize this flat space for yet another jacket. This time it is my outdoor water resistant, but a little bit heftier. I have just like a thin rain jacket, and then I have this water resistant jacket, which is very helpful. Wore it a ton in Ireland. We'll probably wear it again. I have even worn it here in Scotland, even though it's summer. Let's go through each of these compartments and I'll start at the top and we'll work our way down. So first things first here, I love in the Peak Design bag, there's just this little air pocket here at the top, and I use it for this little cube. So this is one of the 4 cubes that I love so much. And in here, I keep all of my lipsticks separated. If you're someone who wears lipstick, you know if one busts and it gets on anything, like it'll ruin your day. So I keep them separate. And you might be wondering, have I needed to take this out to go through security in the airports? And the answer is no. I have not been stopped yet for the lipsticks. I have glosses and I have sticks in here and no one has seemed to care. Now moving on to what we call in our family the wellness kit. And really it's this tiny pouch that carries all of our different just medications and things. So Tylenol, ibuprofen, Tums, Benadryl, cough drops, Band-Aids, all that good stuff. And we do use this quite a bit, just for little things here and there. So it's great to have those in a separate pouch. And then underneath that, let's see, we have one black belt. And this is my toiletry bag. This is the one thing that I need to replace so badly because the zipper is completely broken here, which is why I have it in this plastic bag, but I cannot find one. We've been to many, many pharmacies. Can't find one that's this exact shape and completely clear. We might try to pick one up at the airport next time we're at a major airport, but in here I just have shampoo, conditioner, a hair mask, facial cleanser, I have heat protectant, I have facial moisturizer, I have a detangler spray, and some blow dry mist. That's what's, as well as, thank you, as well as sunscreen. Now moving on to, I believe, our last of these cute little cubes here. And in this one, this is all of my jewelry. So I don't know how many I have, but I would say I have somewhere almost probably 10 pairs of earrings and almost 10 necklaces in here. And that's plenty for me to feel accessorized and cute. And it adds something different to, like I said, all of my basics and colors and things like that that I have in my capsule wardrobe. Moving on here to my makeup pouch. I still absolutely love this pouch that I bought before we left. It is unique in that it has two sides to it. So one side has all of my makeup and the other side has all my brushes. Yes, it's dirty. Yes, I need to clean it. I won't clean it. By the end of the year, it'll be fine. In this pouch, I have my dot kit, basically. All of my toiletries, and boy, is this thing stuffed to the brim, but with good reason. And it's all of my like non-liquid toiletries, I guess I should say. So everything in here from deodorant, little cleansing wipes, makeup remover wipes, a detangler brush, tweezers, nail clippers, a very cute and stylish Anthropologie gift card holder, which I use for Q-tips.
Oh, we lost one.
What? No, come back. Okay. You over there, do you need a Q-tip?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. And then as well as, oh, this is another little container that I have that used to have like little essential oil sticks or something, but I use it for my hair ties and my tiny hair ties because, you know, sometimes you got to do braids or something unique. So yeah, that's all of my non-liquid toiletries. Oh, and then in this side, razors, toothbrush holder with a cover, those things. Next up, we have the fanciest holder you ever did see for tampons. And it's cute. I don't have the heart to buy a full box, and then if I don't use all of them, just throwing them away and buying them again. So I keep my own little pencil pouch here of those. Plus, you want to make sure they have the brand you like, you know what I mean? And then another one of my pencil pouches for my vitamins. Like I said, I have one that I take daily and then one that I have sort of on deck as the next month's supply. I have another backup pair of glasses. These are more for close-up computer work. I haven't had to use them yet. And then also a dirty clothes pouch, which at any given moment, most of the places that we have been staying in have washers and dryers. So usually we'll do a load right before we leave, but I just had a couple of little straggler items in here. So I just packed that at the bottom of this bag. And then finally, we have our little overflow clothing packing cube here. But the reason why this is so crucial is thinking ahead to now that we're checking our bags, we're those people, if our bag ever did get delayed or lost or something like that, I always make sure to have a packing cube in my backpack, since I always take this on the plane with me, that has at least, I'll show you here, we have at least one pair of pajamas, one workout outfit, one pair of actual things that I can wear like an outfit. And so that's what you have in here. So, and then whatever I throw on top, because inevitably when I'm packing up to leave an Airbnb, I'm like, oh, I forgot that. So that goes in here. So I have a little jersey dress that's just like a lounging dress. I have a pair of pajamas, a little scarf, warm pajamas, like nice cotton pants. And then, like I said, I have a workout outfit and then a regular daytime outfit with my army green kind of like drawstring pants, a t-shirt, a bra, a pair of underwear. And if you can believe it, all of that fit in that one packing cube, which is why I love packing cubes. And this is just another packing cube that I don't use at all, but if I ever needed to, it's there.
Let's get into my peak backpack. Over here we have the water bottle. Yeah, this is the same Brita water bottle that Caroline showed you. These have been really great, highly recommend them, absolutely love it. And on the other outside pouch, which is the same thing but on the other side here close to me, this is where in the last video I said I was gonna put the tripod, but that goes in the away suitcase. So I just have my battery bank in here. Look at that, it's a cute little moment. Hi, hello, how's it going? And then I actually don't keep anything important in this pouch because I don't really access it much. I think I have Kleenex and then like maybe some hidden cash, like a $20 bill or something. There's really nothing in there at all. Caroline puts a bunch of stuff in her outside pouch of her bag. I actually really don't. So I just put this jacket. So this is my kind of like warmer utility jacket, which I really like, has worked out well. Been very happy with it. Then I just have a couple snack bars in here, and that's really it. A journal I have not used a single time when we've been traveling. All right, let's get inside this bag. These bags are so great. These are just seriously such well-organized bags. Absolutely love the giant, big scoop area. That's why I don't really use much of the other pouches, because this is where I start to get organized. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. Much like Caroline, because we check our away suitcases, I wanna have some backup clothing just in case. So you may have been wondering when I was going through all my clothes, like, where are your undies at? This is where my undies are, they're right here. So I have underwear, I have a couple pairs of socks, I think like 3 or 4 pairs of socks, 1 pair of warm socks, and this goes with me at all times because I don't wanna lose my underwear, okay? I have this little pouch, which is for the keyboard and mouse for my Mac. So because I use the Roost stand, I bring a keyboard and mouse with me. It's a trackpad, not a mouse, but it works really well. Love this little pouch, absolutely fantastic and worth it to keep these things nice and safe and sound. Next is the Nintendo Switch case, which we actually didn't play the Switch for much time at all. I was really hoping that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 was going to come out while we were traveling this year, and it's getting pushed back. But it also has an HDMI to USB-C cable, which we have used a ton. So typically we'll plug this in, plug it into a TV, in an Airbnb, and into my laptop, and then we'll watch a movie, which is always fun for us. This is a good little case. You have that Crash Bandicoot life. And then I was really dumb when we first started this adventure. I got rid of my coffee scale. For some reason, for those of you who don't know me at all, I love coffee. I love making hand-poured coffee every single day of my life, and I've done it for many years. I got rid of my scale thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. It was a really dumb move. So I picked this one up in Portugal, and it was the only one I could find that I could order and get online for the time that we were there. It's worked out perfectly. Does the AeroPress kind of cover up the thing and it doesn't work that well? Yeah, but does it work fine? It does. So good to have this little scale. I only use it for coffee. Speaking of coffee, the AeroPress, this is the second version. This one is a little bit slimmer, a little bit sleeker. If you watched the last packing video, I did talk about that. This has worked out so well. We've now made hundreds of cups of coffee as we've been traveling. We use it every morning. I'll measure out my coffee to the gram. Caroline will just take a scoop and plop it in there and make some coffee. Listen, we all live our own lives in coffee, but this has been a way that we kind of keep our coffee game enjoyable every single day as we travel. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. There was one more thing. It was the filter. So that was one thing I didn't want to bring with the entire time we were traveling, were paper filters. So this is just a metal AeroPress filter. There'll be a link to like all this stuff that we talk about in this video in the description. So this is coming really handy because you just wash it after every use and you don't have to have paper filters that you're throwing away every single time and then having to buy new ones and they take up space in your bag. Let's move on to this little guy. This is my toiletry kit, my wet toiletries, if you will. Still carrying some of Caroline's stuff, like her toothpaste, and then I guess we split the suntan lotion, so it's mostly my stuff. But I have my aftershave balm, which is actually face because I haven't been able to find like head shaving balm, and it's got little stickers on top. Caroline put stickers so I can remember which one's which is really nice. Squirrel for aftershave with an S, alliteration. And then I have my face lotion with SPF. This actually was just a recent find. I haven't been able to find face lotion for men with SPF. I don't know why I couldn't just use the women's. That's kind of stupid of me to not do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was really dumb. Shaving cream, which I actually don't use that much because the head shaver that I use for my head, don't really need it. And then suntan lotion, toothpaste. And for those of you that care, I'll just mention it. I have sensitive teeth, very sensitive teeth. And I've been able to find some type of sensitive toothpaste in every single country we've been in when I need to replace it. So just a small thing. And another thing that's come in handy is just some type of like ointment for when you get some type of wound, an ointment on your wound. Yeah, you need it. The next item is this thing. This thing is just amazing. It is my electronics pouch and it has every cord, dongle, device, thing you could imagine just tucked away in here. There is so much, every USB-C, USB, USA, USL, USM, they're all in here. We have our backup drives for our computers, which we should probably back up soon. We haven't backed up since we've been going. I have some cleaning wipes for my laptop. I do have another secret stash of cash. This is just something that picked up from a couple travelers, was just like put cash in different places in your bags just in case like one bag gets taken or one thing. It's not much, it's just something to have. And then the one item that I do want to mention that I have not used a single time, and it looks like AirPods, but it's not. It is the Insta360 Go 2 action camera. Haven't used it a single time. Maybe we need to try to, but I just find it cumbersome to set it up and deal with it. Shooting on an iPhone is so easy, so that's what we use. And then the last item I wanted to share in here is a backup wallet. So this was another thing that people mentioned, different credit cards that are in my other wallet that I carry with me at all times. In case something terrible happens, I lose that wallet, we have to cancel those cards. I have backup cards for us. Caroline probably didn't even know that existed, but hey, I'm a dad. I wear a dad hat and dad shorts, so I do my dad things. All right, we're getting close to the end here. We have a couple collapsible totes. As Caroline mentioned, these things are just amazing. We could not praise these enough. They come in handy for so many things. Pack 6 of them. Just grab a bunch. You're gonna be happy that you have extras of these, and we use them all the time in Airbnbs. I have my power brick for my MacBook, and the cord for it is in the dock kit that I just showed you. This is my other toiletry bag, so I won't go through all of this, but I'll just share with you a couple of small things that I like. This side is all of my shaving stuff. So this has my head shaver with the little attachment here, which I just used today. So this thing has been fantastic. A couple extra razors, a couple extra toothbrush heads, tweezers, all those things like Caroline. And then our electric toothbrush handle I carry, I guess, you know, just have to do that. And then the one thing I did want to mention, this is so just a weird item to mention, but these are, I think, cuticle scissors. Is that what they're called? All right, we're getting down to the last item here. You can kind of see in the bottom of the bag, there's some more COVID stuff, masks, and another test or two. This is my last little container of goodies. This has our power strip, which would highly recommend buying one of these. You can see this is not the most travel friendly of ones, but the reason I really like this one is it has all of the regular electronics on the top, but then it also has USB-C on the side. So you can plug in like 413 things to this and it works well. Also have my travel adapter. I have my fan, which is just lovely, and then a travel scale, which probably could have just used like the first time that we needed to wear our bags and then ditched it, but it's fine. It doesn't take up much space either. So that's everything that's in my travel backpack.
We have my least organized backpack, and that's just my day pack. And this is usually where whatever doesn't fit in the other two bags goes in here. But there is some method to the madness, so let's get you inside. So the first and most important two things that are in this backpack are my iPad Pro, which I use quite a bit on flights, which is why it needs to be easily accessible. And then my MacBook Pro, which is obviously what I use for work, but there is actually a separate sleeve inside this backpack, which I love, which fits my size MacBook Pro. Next inside, we have my lightweight rain jacket, which is great to have on hand. Also, sometimes I will just use this as a rain cover for this entire bag because it does usually have my laptop in it. It's only happened a few times where we've been walking to a coffee shop and it started to rain, so I'll just put that over this bag. We also have my big laptop charging cord, which I
so organized.
Yeah, well, like, look, there's sort of a grain that you go with here. Anyway, not great. I also carry my wallet in here. And then I carry my purse, bags and bags. But when we are flying on planes, I only have the 3 bags, and so I'll just wrap up this crossbody bag in this backpack. But then whenever we get to our new country, I'll take it out, put my wallet in it, and that's what I'll take around on a daily basis if we're just going out to dinner, walking around, etc. In case you're wondering, it's not one of those anti-theft purses. We haven't really had a problem with that. I just keep it close to my body, and it's not super easy for you to put any hands in or anything things like that, and it's worked out great for me. What else do we have in here? We have sunglasses. We have another adapter, a tiny hairbrush. Thank you. Another hairbrush. This was my original hairbrush, which was wonderful because it collapses, but it's a wet brush, and I use it on my wet hair and my dry hair. And I was starting to get a lot of static in my hair. I know this sounds weird. This is why I got this brush, to see if there was a difference, and so far it has worked better. So yeah, I have 2 brushes now. And then just a couple of little bits and bobs like Burt's Bees and masks and things like that. And then we also have a little USB powered handheld fan, which is actually starting to get very necessary as it gets warmer. So that's all that stuff. Let's see what's in the front pouch. This is where I keep everything very accessible. We have a protein bar.
Your girl gets hangry.
Your girl gets hangry, especially on flights. You don't know when you're gonna eat. No telling how long this has been in there, but it's fine. You always gotta have one on hand. Passport, another tiny little notebook, just for extra ideas. I think it came in a pack with the other notebook that I used for work. And that's about it. We just have a lot of really unimportant things, but very important things, like this tiny keychain that we got from the man in Greece who plays the lyre, I think, whatever this instrument is. Cute. That's where my earrings are. I knew. I knew I was gonna forget to take those out. Hold on, there's more. We have a glasses wipe, Burt's Bees. We have these in all kinds of pockets all over, but you can never have enough. AirPods, yes, I have two. One is an AirPods Pro, one is regular AirPods. I have two. One's usually always dead. That's where my headband is. That's where my gum is. This is great. What else we got in here? This is like Mary Poppins. Where's the other earring? Oh, and then my hair clip, which I just keep on the outside little loop here because it's great for, especially when you just went through security at an airport and you just want to put your hair up, but if you put it up in a ponytail, you're gonna have a lot of hair breakage, and you just throw it up in a clip, and then you're like, ooh, I'm on the plane, it's getting colder. Then you go.
Wow.
Like you're in a movie.
All right.
Just a Werther's fell out, forgot about that.
And the final bag, my daily backpack. This thing is just so amazing. Can't believe how old this bag is. Still continues to be stuff. Oh, hello? You leaving? Okay, great. First thing in this outside zip pouch where I just cram a bunch of stuff. This is a little mobile hotspot that we had to buy here in Scotland because the Wi-Fi was really bad at one of our Airbnbs. So this thing, we just literally went into like what would be an AT&T store back in the US, bought one of these, bought a SIM card, paid to top it up, got some Wi-Fi when we could barely get any. This is my travel wallet. Talked about this one in the first packing video. It has been fantastic. I know there were a couple comments when I mentioned the coin storage and if this would be enough. It has been plenty. I also keep a couple of bills in there as well for whatever the currency is that we are operating in. What else is in here? Battery pack for our phones. So this is a little Anchor mobile charger. It's magnetic, just slaps on our phones, or you can also plug in. What else is in here? I'm not gonna pull everything out, but COVID certificate and passport, obviously very important. And then I think the other bits that are in here are just like random like masks, some Kleenex, some other things. And then I think my AirPods are also in here as well. Let's get into the main pouch. So we'll zip this open this way. I have some sanitary wipes because we're a butt wipe family, okay? And I'm about to run out, so I have a backup. That's how this goes. These are my glasses. So I have my daily glasses that I wear when using the computer, and then I have my sunglasses, and this little case has worked out well. Bose noise canceling headphones. You notice Caroline doesn't have these. She uses the Apple AirPods Generation 3. I use these when we're on planes. Perfect, great. The battery life is incredibly long. Would highly recommend them. They are good. And then as Caroline also has kind of a backup wardrobe in her backpack, I have one in this backpack. So I have one outfit that's just like a leisure / workout outfit. Really, I wear this every single day. So this is a Lululemon workout shirt, Lululemon shorts. It's what I wear every single day of our lives. So I pack it because it's basically like my most important piece of clothing to me. I have this long sleeve hoodie that I really like. So it's not thick, it's more of a thin hoodie. And then I have some joggers that are super comfy. So this is what I was wearing when it was colder and we were traveling, this outfit. Now I'm wearing the outfit that you see right here with the dad shorts you can't see. They're cool though. This is the other tripod. So yes, that is the fourth tripod that you have seen. I use them all. Like Caroline has jackets, I have tripods. The one thing I did want to mention that I absolutely love is this little quick plate system that I bought. You just clip in really easily. And so I basically have little plates that go on all of our tripods, and then I can just take off the tripod holder that actually holds the camera, which is the Glyph by Studio Neat. And I just put it on all the tripods super easily, and I don't have to like deal with screwing things in. That's the thing I'm trying to avoid, is like the pains of screwing stuff in and like moving all the things around. That gets rid of that. Then I have our umbrella that I put in this bag and travel with. And then in here I have Kindle and eye mask as well. And then a card that Caroline made me for my 40th birthday, which I'm keeping. It's like my one keepsake from this trip so far. And now we'll get into the very last item, which is the most expensive item that I travel with, and that is my laptop. So that's just in this laptop sleeve. Normally I just take it out from the top, but it's difficult to show you here. And then I have my rain jacket, which lives in this area because it packs down super flat. I don't worry about it does fold up into like a nice little square. When you start traveling full time, all those little things, they're nice to have, but you just like, let me just jam a thing into a space and then I'm good to go and I don't have to think about it. So that's everything in this backpack.
that is it. Those are all of our earthly possessions, every single thing that we own. We hope that if you are embarking on a year of travel or maybe just a few months, that this gave you some ideas for packing. We know everyone's different and you're gonna wanna bring different things. Even we pack differently.
Yeah, butt wipes, no butt wipes. If you have any questions about anything that we've packed or not packed, or just you're about to embark on this journey, leave them in the comments. I answer every single comment. I did it in our last video as well. So we have a ton of fun making this video. It takes a long time. You wouldn't believe how much time it takes to pack and unpack to film this, but we love making it and we just have fun sharing all of our stuff.
Yeah, and thank you all for joining us on this journey and following along on our travel videos. We love making those videos for you. We're enjoying ourselves. We're a half a year into this thing and just can't even believe the impact it's made on our lives already. So yeah, thanks for joining us on the journey.